Good morning, children. Welcome back. Hope you all are fine. Now, we are going to study about the changes that had happened in India during the 6th century BC, which include the birth of two important religions. 6th century BC is an important period in the history of the world. Drastic changes had been happened in different parts of the world. New religions and religious teachers came into existence during this period. New kingdoms were developed during this period. Thus, 6th century BC is one of the most important period of history. During this period, a new religion called Confucianism was emerged in China. It was propagated by Confucius. Similarly, in Persia, Zoroaster, he propagated a new religion of Parsis. Similarly, in India too, there emerged two great philosophers or thinkers. They are Vardhamana Mahavira and Gautama Buddha. We are going to study about the contributions that Vardhamana Mahavira and Gautama Buddha had given to the mankind. Their teachings, the changes that they had brought into the society, the revolution which had taken place in the field of religion, these all things we are going to study in this chapter. See, during the 6th century BC, there emerged Mahajanapadas or nation states. In the previous chapter, we had studied that the early Aryans, they were mostly pastoralists, and during the later Vedic period, they began to practice agriculture. Thus, slowly villages and cities were developed. Before studying about the changes that had happened in the field of religion, or before studying about the development of two new religions, we have to understand about the social, political, economic and religious conditions that existed in India during this time. During the later Vedic period, already we have discussed that agriculture began to be expanded. This expansion in agriculture resulted in the production of surplus goods. As a result of the production of surplus goods, some leaders who controlled their small territories began to gain more importance. They were able to collect more money in the form of taxes, and thus they were able to spend more resources in expanding their army. When their army was expanded, obviously they were able to conquer more territories. Thus, the tribes were began to spread or began to grow as Janapadas. There were a large number of Janapadas, and of these large number of Janapadas, 60 grew into the position of republics or Mahajanapadas. This change also had happened during the 6th century BC. We are primarily not going to study about the political changes that happened in India during the 6th century BC. Instead, we are going to study about the development of two new religions. Already we know that the two new religions that emerged in India were Buddhism and Jainism. As the students of history, we need to know the evidences from where we get information about the growth of two new religions. And here, mostly we depend upon literary evidences. Already we have studied that literary evidences include books, manuscripts, letters, and all those forms of writing. The evidences which were compiled in any form are called as literary evidences. Let us see the literary evidences that give us information about the growth of these two new religions. First of all, let us study about the literary evidences that give us information about the development of Jainism. Angas and Upangas are two important sources which gives us information about Jainism. Angas are the sacred or holy books in Jainism. The Jain scriptures are popularly known as Agamas. Agamas literally means that which comes from the mouth of God. See, Vardhamana Mahavira is considered as a founder of Jainism. Actually, before Vardhamana Mahavira, there were some great scholars or great religious leaders who were called as Tirthankaras. Mahavira was the 23rd or the last Tirthankara. And the teachings of Mahavira are popularly known as Agamas. That means that which comes from his mouth. Later, his disciples compiled them in the form of books, and they were 12 in number. And these books are called as Angas. Already we have seen that there were 12 Angas. These 12 Angas are collectively known as Dwadashanki. It's a Sanskrit word for 12 parts. Acharang Sutra and Bhagavati Sutra are two important books among these 12. Acharang Sutra basically deal with the instructions with regard to the functioning of Jain monks. Whereas Bhagavati Sutra, it gives information in a comprehensive manner. And later, the disciples of Mahavira give interpretations or auxiliary words to these 12 Angas. They are called Upangas. Thus, Angas and Upangas are the literary resources that give us information about the rise of Jainism or about the Jain religion in particular. Clear? Angas and Upangas give us information about Jainism. We have already seen. Now let us discuss about the literary resources that give us information about Buddhism. Tripitakas and Jatakas are two groups of books. Tripitaka is the most important source of information that give us light on the teachings of Buddhism. The literary meaning of Tripitaka is three baskets. There are three books in this group. Tripitaka is a group of books. There are three books in this group. They are Vinaya Pitaka, Sutta Pitaka, and Abhidhamma Pitaka. These are the three books that together form Tripitaka. The literary meaning of Tripitaka is three baskets. Vinaya Pitaka is the first book among the Tripitakas. It deals with the information or the guidelines given to the Buddhist bhikkhus and bhikshunis. The second book among the Tripitaka is Sutta Pitaka. It generally contains the teachings, the discourses or the speeches delivered by Buddha and some of his prominent disciples like Ananta. The third one, Abhidhamma Pitaka, deals with Buddhist philosophy. So these are the three important books that together form Tripitakas. Vinaya Pitaka, Sutta Pitaka, and Abhidhamma Pitaka. In addition to these three books, there is another book. They are mostly in the form of stories, and they are called Jatakas. Jatakas are the stories that is taken from the life of Buddha. So these three groups of books together give us information about the new religion. Angas and Upangas give us information about Jainism. Then Tripitakas and Jatakas give us information about Buddhism. It is enough for today. Hope the points that we have discussed in the class is clear. If you have any doubt, you are free to contact. Thank you.